Sputnik movie.
All of a sudden, in the middle of the movie, to have that balance with Russell. Russell's a very powerful actor. He's a brilliant actor. And to have him play this character, I was excited when he said that he wanted to be part of it.
Tom was the first movie star I ever became friends with. So I'd always wanted to work with him.
They always kind of wanted to do a Butch and Sundance thing, and so we're doing a very, very strange version of that here.
The two of us on set together, I'd definitely been looking forward to that.
If you could just all stay here, Tom and I...
He came in the middle of the shoot to Shepperton. To say he brought a big presence is an understatement. It just was charisma and an enthusiasm for the movie.
Oh, I love you, man.
Russell Crowe. Let me tell you what that's like. You've got Russell Crowe, you've got Tom Cruise, two of them at the top of their game. These are titans of cinema that I'm playing with, and it's a real treat.
I shall hunt him till the ends of the earth.
And Russell gives you so much with his eyes and his presence across from you that it's just so easy to perform and to find the truth.
It's a hard and tough day for me.
What a day.
Pan, this is November 4-0-9er-9er.
I'd had this idea of creating a zero-G sequence for some time to really create something that is visceral and terrifying for an audience. That was really the goal. I read the script, and Alex had come up with the idea of a plane crash.
Tom said, yeah, this sounds great, we'll build a set, but we're also gonna do it for real. And I said, what? And he said, yeah, we're gonna do it on this zero-G plane, and he explained this whole process.
I grew up watching the space program. I'm an aviator myself.
Anything you do with Tom has to feel real and genuine as possible, and if we have to go into real space to do it, we'll do it.
Tom wants the richest cinematic experience for the people who spend money to go and see his films.
Tom always pushes the boundaries, and this is one of those.
Zero-G is mostly used for scientific research. It was really developed for the Apollo missions and for space.
This is the same weightlessness as in space, exactly the same. This is not a simulation. We inject the aircraft on orbit, and by a special piloting technique, we can make the aircraft believe as if it was in vacuum. It is putting the aircraft and everything inside the aircraft in a state of pure free fall.
This is real zero-G. It's like, in an instant, you know they can't possibly be on wires because of the way they're moving.
It's all real. It's a real set built inside a real plane that's actually really going to go 25,000 foot up and go zero gravity.
I grew up loving the Universal monsters. It was part of my childhood, really. And so the chance to be able to get to do something like this is so extraordinary for me. The key for us was to find a way to tell a story that felt relevant and fresh while also paying homage to all of the things that built the foundation of these monsters.
I want to care about the characters. I want it to feel real and feel tense and transport an audience to a different world, but also a familiar world.
What I felt very strongly about was the need to ground our movie in the real world.
Ready? And action.
One of the beautiful things for us is to bring it into our world in this very ordered, very scientific, very modern place and just kind of wreak havoc with a monster.
I love to get the audience invested and really put them in a way where they don't know which way is this going to go and how many chances will they take with the story. And really, that's what we've been doing. We've been really pushing the edges of storytelling.
When Tom came on board, he made it very clear he wanted to play a man with no soul. He wanted to play a monster in and of himself. That was really exciting to us.
This is a story about a man who is dealing with a duality in himself.
Somewhere in there, fighting to get out, is a good man.
You don't know that.
In us all, there's a dark and there's a light, and it's a dance between the two throughout your life. So when you're presented with someone on screen who's having that internal struggle, but at the core of them is a good person, you really root for that.
The question of, is this man good or is this man evil, is played out over the course of the movie, both through his relationship with Jenny, but also through his relationship with the mummy. It's the devil and the angel on Nick's shoulder, and I think our job is to present really good cases on both sides.
The sandstorm starts here in this room. So when the cameras start rolling, the wind machines will start blowing, people will start running and screaming.
Rolling? Rolling! When we take 2 after take 1, camera mark. We set. And background, action! Whoa! All right, guys, we're on the move. We're on the move. Thank you, everybody. Woo!
Are you ready?
Should we do it?
5, 4, 3,
2, 1. Are you ready for the mummy?
Wow. How about that?
Please help me welcome the director of the movie, Alex Kurtzman.
I love the idea of bringing the mummy into modern day, and I can think of nobody better to do that with than Tom Cruise, who is, the biggest movie star in the world. And so the idea of doing that, it immediately felt present and relevant and cool.
Congratulations.
It's you, man.
Really. It's very exciting for me because, we started, I met you back on MI3. Here we are years later to have this opportunity that came to me with the mummy.
It's amazing.
I remember I was in New Orleans shooting Reacher, and Sophia, you wanted Sophia for the mummy, and I thought it was an absolutely brilliant idea. You sent me that artwork on her, and I just heard your philosophy of what you wanted to do with the mummy and also kind of your ideas with the dark universe. And I was really excited to talk about this because I just brought back so many memories for me as a little kid watching these monster movies that the real monster movies, and to be able to just have this opportunity to go, how do we bring this to a modern audience and really entertain the hell out of them? And as storytellers have this, create wonderful characters, and the world that you were working on and your ideas I thought were really, really impressive.
Thank you. This is only my second big movie. I mean,
Which
I've done,
is like, dude, your second film. I was like, Alex.
Good luck, pal.
Alex, this is a big one. It's like, you went right. It's like, I'm going to go right in the ocean.
Yeah. I'm just going to dive right into the pool with no water in it.
We're 20 miles away from shore.
Yeah,
and
right.
I'm going to be here, man. I'm here with you. Let's go.
But that's the thing, you were there from the beginning. It was really impressive. We sat down, we started talking story right away. And I got very comfortable with the process of saying, what this is really about with Tom is how do you keep digging? How do you keep digging to the heart of what the best version of this moment is?
That's part of the fun of making a movie and kind of exploring a story and feeling it is seeing it progress. I remember we were talking about we want adventure.
Yeah.
We want it to be scary.
Adventure, romance, scary, funny.
Funny, character funny.
Yeah. One of the great joys I had in prepping the movie was we would watch really a movie a day.
Yeah.
So getting to watch Hitchcock and break down The Birds or, watching The Shining, and you had the benefit of working with Kubrick. Yeah. So being able to talk at that level about what it's like.
But it was also that thing that you and I have worked together before, and we knew this is a very ambitious movie. Yeah. And I remember going through and looking at the sets and kind of, you know, you and I were evaluating like what it is, what's this tone, what is going to be this tone? Because it's paying tribute to those classic, you know, films.
You will not remember what I show you now, and yet I shall awaken memories of love and crime and death.
I'm afraid I am no longer able to control Hyde. He physically prevented me from injecting the abate.
Henry, she's escaped.
Gather the team and go after her.
We don't know where she is.
We don't need to know where she is. We already know where she's going. The mummy has returned.
You wish to see what I have seen? You will when I kill you.
The Mummy on digital August 22nd, on Blu-ray September 12th.
Hey, Vale here. Now, hundreds of movies come out every year, but very few are hits. Here are America's top 5 highest grossing movies, adjusted for inflation, according to Box Office Mojo. Okay, number 1, Gone with the Wind. Released in 1939, is one of the world's first genuine blockbusters, with a grand total of $1,786,074,500. Number 2, Star Wars from 1977, the George Lucas space opera that launched 1,000 action figures and almost as many sequels and prequels, still reigns supreme in the Star Wars universe, with a total take of $1,574,577,200. Number 3, The Sound of Music from 1965, The Hills Are Alive, with the sound of $1,258,951,900 in domestic ticket sales. Number 4, E.T. the Extraterrestrial, the biggest movies of 1982, is also the 4th biggest movies of all time, with a grand total of $1,253,992,300. Number 5, Titanic from 1997. James Cameron's award-winning film took in $1,197,594,300 during its theatrical run. So, do you think that it's valid that these films made that much money? Let me know in the comments below. See ya!